Good evening, students. A very good evening. This one is the next chapter, evolution. This chapter I will make it very in short. So, basically, in the previous chapters, you have to go through it, and there are many types of questions which are also coming in front of you. So, before going to the chapter, I just want to start this evolution. So, evolution is actually a type of a gradual change in flora and fauna from generation to generation. Actually, it is the study of the evolution, and this evolution is studied in a biology called as the evolutionary biology. This study of evolution actually depends on the five parts. Number one, origin of life. Number second, evidence of evolution. Number third, adaptive radiation. Number four, Hardy-Weinberg law, and the fifth one, human evolution. So, starting from the first one, origin of life. There are many galaxies in our universe. Out of these galaxies, there is the galaxy which is personal to us, which is Milky Way galaxy. Milky Way galaxy consists of many stars, and stars is formed by the help of the very clouds and dust and smokes. So, the theories for the origin of life is depend on the four theory. Number one, Big Bang theory. Number second, spore theory. Number third, spontaneous generation. And number four, Oprin and Helden theory. So, Big Bang theory is said that there is an explosion happen in the universe which makes many galaxies. These galaxies make Earth, which is 4.5 billion years ago formed. It consists of water vapor, methane, ammonia, carbon dioxide in a molten state. Because of the highly ultraviolet rays of the sun, the water which is present in the earth is split into two parts, hydrogen and oxygen. And the life will come 500 million years after the formation of the earth. This is the Big Bang theory. Now, spore theory is given by the Greek thinkers. They said spores are sprinkled from planet to planet. So, one planet transfer the spores to another planet and life will begin. This type of the theory is going to be rejected. The third one is spontaneous generation. They said that life form from the decay and dead materials, which is a snow or mud. But the basic theory is Oppenheim and Helden theory, that they said the non-living things, RNA and protein, coming from the pre-existing material, and because of these non-living RNA protein, there is a chemical evolution happen, and this chemical evolution is happened due to high temperature, volcanic eruption, and reducing atmosphere, which having CH4 and NH3, ammonia and methane. Now come to the next one, the experiment done by the Miller. The SL Miller create a physical environment that was present during the time when the earth is formed. So it create a physical environment, he create a physical environment in the discharge tube in a flask which contain methane, ammonia, hydrogen and carbon dioxide. The water is going to be boiled, and when the water is passes from the spark plugs, the spark of the electric broke out the water. As you see, ultraviolet rays broke out the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So he observed this for 15 days and found sugar, nitrogen, pigment. Even he said this is a chemical evolution. So according to the biogenesis, non-cellular life coming into in the earth 3 billion years ago, which is in the form of RNA, protein and polysaccharide, and cellular life coming 2 billion years ago in the form of single cell. Now go to the next part, continental drift. Continental drift is given by Alfred Valens. He said the continuum moved over time, and now this theory is replaced by plate tectonics theory. Come to the next one, evidence of evolution. This is very important. Evidence of evolution is dependent on the five terms. One is paleontology, second is comparative anatomy and morphology, which consists of convergent and divergent evolution. Third one is biochemical evidence. Fourth one is evolution of natural selection. And the fifth one is anthropogenic action. So paleontology is actually coming from the, it is an indication which coming from fossils, aged rock sediments, and they represent the extinct organism. The new life from form originated at different type of the times. The second one is comparative anatomy and morphology. Actually, the convergent evolution is the process where organism is not closely related to the similar features and evolve similar features which are not closely related to each other, but they have some type of similar features. And divergent evolution is the process in which interbreeding species diverge into two or more groups. Example, in convergent evolution, there is a comparison between dolphin and a shark. And if we say about divergent evolution, it is with the mammoth and elephant. The next one is biochemical evidence. Biochemical evidence is somehow the protein and genes perform and giving the functions. This is the biochemical evidence. But when we go for the evolution of natural selection, as you see, the moth population in England in 1850, before the industrialization, white color moth was more, but after the industrialization, white color is transferred into the dark moth, and the color winged moth is present in the more and larger way. It is after the industrialization. And the last one is anthropogenic action. Actually, it is a type of action when we use any type of the thing. Excess use of pesticides, herbicides. It creates a resistant type of variety, because when we create to produce a different type of the resistant material, the other generation try to face the situation and adapt that situation and become more resistive. So that's why they create to produce a species of new resistant variety, like mosquito resistant against DDT. These are the evidence of evolution. The next one. The next one is actually a type of a natural selection. It is a process of a single species or a small group of species, because it is diversified into many descent, like Darwin finches, a small sparrow, Galapagos Island. 14 distinct type of the species are present. Actually, Darwin finches is a small sparrow species which present in the Galapagos Island, and in there 14 type of the species are going to be spread because their beak shape is different. Hawaiian honey creepers are the birds which are bill in shape. Because of the food source, they are in different type of the species. They are changing into different types in Hawaiian archipelago. And Australian marsupials are the single ancestral stock that somehow they are similar to their ancestors of Australian subcontinents. The next one is Darwin theory. Actually, Darwin theory is dependent on two things. One is branching descent, as another is natural selection. Branching descent is somehow Darwin finches, and natural selection, as you see, the DDT resistant mosquito. So it is because it happens. Why it happens? It happens because of limited natural resources. When there is overpopulation, when there is a competition of the resources, when there is a struggle of existence, and the last, survival of the fittest. So, what are the mechanism of evolution? Mechanism of evolution is depend on the two concept. One is Charles Darwin concept, and another is Hugo de Vries. Charles Darwin said that speciation happens due to variation, and these variation are very small and directional. But Hugo de Vries says it is the speciation is caused due to mutation, and mutation are random and directionless. But there are limitations in Charles Darwin theory. He not explain the variation in population, every population, and also not show all the variation. That's why the new theory is coming in that place, that is neo-Darwinism. Then the next part is Hardy-Weinberg principle. One question will come into this definitely. So here, allele frequency, he said that allele frequency is stable. Why? Because the allele frequency is constant, like as a p plus q ka whole square. It means p square plus 2pq plus q square, and it is equal to 1, where p represent the dominant part, Q represent the recessive part and 2PQ represent the heterozygous part which is dominant. So if we say if P plus Q is 1, then P square is 0.36 and Q square is 0.6 somehow. And there are some factors which also affecting these type of the things. Either the migration happens, the gene migration, either there is a genetic drift, either there how somehow mutation will occur, either somehow genetic recombination will occur, and either somehow natural selection will occur. So the next thing is brief account of evolution. Listen it very carefully. First cellular form happens in this earth is 2000 million years ago. Then the single cell become the multicellular in 500 million years ago. Now multicellular become invertebrate form and become active. There are some fishes which is jawless fish which arrived at 350 million years ago. Organisms somehow adapt the situation and coming on the land also and also in the water. These are called as amphibian. Now somehow they are always living on the land that they become reptiles and they lay eggs. That's why they become reptiles like as a dinosaurs. One of the largest dinosaur is T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus. Now the reptiles consist of the wings and they become birds. Birds become mammals and mammals are oviviparous and intelligent because they give the birth to young ones. And from there the evolution of ape and they converted into Homo sapiens. So at the last of the moment we are going for the series of human age. So the first part, Dryopithecus coming in 20 to 25 million years ago. After that, it coming into Ramapithecus in 14 to 15 million years ago. Then they converted into Australopithecus in 36 lakh years ago, which converted the tool maker that is Homo habilis. Tool maker is always Homo habilis, 16 to 18 lakh years ago. And Homo erectus is 10 to 12 lakh years ago, which is called as a Java ape man. Now they living on the caves and then they comes to the Homo erectus penkisis in 5 to 10 lakh years ago. That is called as a Peking man. Now the next one they comes into Homo erectus. Now this time the body is straight. Homo erectus marcinius in 4 to 5 lakh years ago. They converted into Homo sapien neanderthalensis in 1 lakh years ago. Then Homo sapien fossilis, where we take the fossil 1000 years ago, we get the fossil of these persons. And this converted into Homo sapiens sapien, which is a modern man. So basically this is the chapter. I will definitely send you the PDF of this chapter soon, and today you get the PDF of the previous chapter, so don't worry about it. Link, click on the link of that PDF and like, share and subscribe, and also share the videos very how. Read the video in the full way. Total 14 minutes of this video is very important, and this 14 minutes will definitely complete your evolution part, not 100% but 70% definitely. The questions and the answer, that is PYQ, is not formed because of somehow a type of a busyness. So I will definitely publish the most important question of each and every chapter. Most important, I again said most important, but this is most important when you understood this chapter and read this chapter very carefully, see the video very carefully. So don't see here and there, and you have to focus on the same thing, on the same video. Go through the video, and when the question will arrive, definitely each and every question is learned by you. Thank you, have a nice night, goodbye, take care.